Okay, great. Well, they're getting everything squared away here. I'll just start with my story first because I feel like that's something that is so crucial for you to understand where I came from and to understand everything that I'm about to tell you. And if I were to ask any of you standing in here today, well, sitting in here today, how many of you are kind of struggling in this last quarter? It's hard, right? You have this amazing momentum when you go into January, right? You have all these people who are kind of knocking down your door, like, I want to get in shape. It's the new year, I have these New Year's resolutions, and I want to go after them, right? Right? And then October hits. School comes back into session. Moms get really busy. Every routine starts to change in their life, right? Who's struggling? Raise your hand. Success Club points. You talk to 100 people to yield 4 Success Club points. Or you had to talk to 10 people and they all purchased in January, right? Okay, so raise your hands again. Who's struggling? Good, you've had your moment. Now we take action. All right, so we're going to go into how we can end this fourth quarter stronger. And just a little bit about me. I am not from the area. I live here now. I'm a transplant. I am a very proud military wife. My husband serves out of Fort Lewis. He is in the Army. And we've been married for just about 6.5 years. We have 2 wonderful children, Charlotte, who's 3.5, and Harrison, who is 13 months. They were both throwing up last night, and my husband was supposed to be here today, and he is on dad duty today, so he's getting a walk in my life over the next 6 hours or so, what I deal with on a daily basis. But as a military wife, I do a lot of stuff by myself. Who has a spouse in here who's gone a lot? Maybe you're single, okay? I have 2 very small children who I stay at home with. I've only been a coach for 2.5 years. But I make this work because you are the only person responsible for your destiny in this business. You cannot blame your upline. You cannot blame somebody else. It's all on you. So you don't have an upline. I didn't. All right, you have a virtual upline. And do you know what the name of your virtual upline is? Google and YouTube and your online office. Okay? You control your own destiny in this business. Okay? So, as I share my story with you, I've never been one to have a huge transformation. I was a high school athlete. I was a big band geek too. That's how my husband and I met. And I played the tuba. Fun fact. So, as you go through, I haven't had a huge transformation, but my mental transformation has been astronomical. Postpartum depression, have battled it twice, and Beachbody has gotten me out of the slump both times. Okay? So, as we go through this, I want you to keep in mind that you don't have to have a huge physical transformation to be successful. You create your own destiny as you go through. So, your fourth quarter, back to that. All right? I want you guys, if you take anything out of this presentation today, I want you to take your mediocrity to greatness. Because every single person in this room has the potential to be great. Okay? You also have the potential to be mediocre. And the only person who can change that is you. So I'm going to give you some 3 steps to really overcome this and become great. The first one, consistency. I want you to look at this picture up here on this slide. It's a river. It's a stone. You can kind of see what it is. But I want you to picture your business as that stone. Life is constantly rolling over it, the water in this case. That stone did not start off smooth. It did not start off perfect. The water has made it what it is today. Your life, everything about it is going to make your business what it is today. And that comes with consistency. Consistent bad things are going to happen to you, and consistent good things are going to happen to you. And it's up to you to shape your stone, your business, as you go through. Okay, so what does that mean? Your current actions. If you want to see if you're going to be successful, look at what you're doing right now. Are you showing up every single day? Are you doing your personal development? Are you inviting? Are you reconnecting? connecting to people? Are you talking to more people than you ever talked to in your entire life? Are you sharing the heck out of it? All right, because that's what this business boils down to. You have to become a really good storyteller. You have to become somebody who's really good at making connections with people. All right? And remember, the water is always going to be flowing over the rock. And you decide whether that water is going to smooth it over, make it great, or if it's just going to make it rough, if it's not going to have any effect on it. But the consistency will pay off over time. All right? I want you guys to realize it's really easy right now in this fourth quarter when things get tough. How many of you, this is your first fourth quarter you've been through? All right? Yeah, I remember my first fourth quarter too. Sorry. Now, it's going to get harder these next few months. And I want you to erase hard from your vocabulary. Maybe a little bit more difficult, but it's not hard, okay? Hard means you defeat. It's really easy right now to give up. Say, you know what? Core to Force looks like an awesome program. I'm going to do it in January. I'm going to wait. Why wait? Why? Remember, life, it's constantly flowing over your rock, right? Why would you let these next 2.5 months slide by? Use them to your advantage. Everything that you do right now in this fourth quarter, these last 2 months, are going to build your personal brand to make sure that when January rolls around, and when that person goes, I really want to get in shape. Oh, Allie posts her sweaty selfie every single day. She was consistent all through the holidays. You know what? I think I'm going to message her about wanting to start my journey. Because guess what? Consistency pays off. When you have your brand awareness built, people come to you. You want them to associate a healthy, fulfilling life with your name. Not Beachbody, with your name. Okay? I want you guys to think of something. If I were to say Italian food, if I were to say, let's go grab some really good Italian food after this. Yeah. Yeah. Okay? Who doesn't like some pasta? But listen, already you have restaurants popping into your brain, right? Olive Garden. If you're from the East Coast, Fazoli's, right? The fast food place. Now, listen, that's brand awareness. I didn't tell you we were going to go to Olive Garden, right? But you thought of it. I want you guys to think like that. Everything you're doing in this fourth quarter is building your personal brand. And when you build your personal brand, when somebody thinks of a healthy, fulfilling lifestyle, or what you're putting out there on social media, they're going to come to you. And that's what we want, right? Because everything you're doing in this fourth quarter is laying the groundwork for January, all right? So don't start now. Shape your stone now, not in January. The next one. It's so funny because everything I'm telling you, you've heard this before. You know, it's so funny. You have to focus on the basics. When I was in high school, as a high school athlete, I was a varsity swimmer. I'm really short, didn't go past high school. But I was a varsity swimmer, and my swim coach was Tom Donati, and I'll never forget him, okay? I was not the fastest swimmer on the team. Again, I'm 5 foot nothing. And I showed up every day. I was consistent. I made progress every season, but I wasn't a star athlete. And as we were in our practices, Tom, my coach, he's a really stocky Italian guy with a big nose, no hair, and he would focus on the basics in our practices. It would be so easy for him to be caught up in the next best thing, right? Oh, you know what, guys? I'm bringing in this trainer to help you guys do this. Or we're going to spend so much time on these new equipment to help you guys train better. We're going to install a whole new weight room so you guys can do amazing dryland practices. No, that's not what he did. He helped us improve our stroke, how we placed our hands in front of our faces while we were swimming, how fast we were at our turns, how we started the race, how we finished. Because when you're a swimmer, you can win a race by 0.02 of a second. And if you can turn faster, if you can pull a little harder, that wins your race. It's so easy in our coaching business to be distracted by the fluff. Do you agree? Yeah. All right? It's so easy to be distracted by, oh my gosh, Thursdays, oh, I rank dropped, but look at all these people ranking against me, I have no idea what to do. It's so easy to be distracted by that, to be distracted by the fluff. But guys, you have to keep it basic. All right? The 4 vital behaviors. They're as basic as you can get. If you focused your energy on your business activity tracker, tracking your business, getting really real with yourself and saying, oh, I haven't invited yet today. It's 9 p.m. I could go watch Grey's Anatomy. No, you're going to go sit down and you're going to invite on your computer. You're going to send out 9 more connection messages because you want to build that brand awareness so that when January comes around, you're ready to go and those people are coming to you. Okay? Now, it's really easy in this business to get distracted by hunting the secrets. What's the secret to success, right? Hunt the secrets. If I only knew how she did that. Guys, they did it by sticking to the basics, all right? Never leave phase 1. Yes. Spoiler alert, the 4 vital behaviors are what are gonna build your business. That's why they're preached to you constantly and time again, all right? I want you guys to focus on the people of this business. Yes, you get Success Club points when you sell a challenge pack. But guess what else you get? You get the opportunity to shape a life. You get the opportunity to help a mother overcome postpartum depression. You have an opportunity to help a father be present with his family. You have an opportunity to help somebody get off their blood pressure medicine. Remember the people always, and stop getting distracted by the fluff. Get out from behind your computer. Whew, stung a little bit, didn't it? Get out from behind your computer, pick up the phone, call your challengers, be present in their lives. You made a $40 or $50 commission off their challenge pack sale. They're worth more than that. Get out from behind your computer and be connected and involved in their life. Invest in your personal development. Guys, when things get harder, when you start to struggle, think back on yourself. Invest in your personal development. If you don't know where to start, go to Google. Remember, go to Google, that virtual upline, and type in what you're struggling with. Inviting, personal development, inviting, Beachbody. We're so blessed to be in a community with people who share their resources. Holy cow. All right, if you go to YouTube, you can find everything you want to know from every top coach on inviting. Go learn from them, okay? And it's so funny because they're going to tell you the exact same stuff you already know. But you just have to implement it, okay? The next one, well, just to wrap that up, don't hunt the secrets. Hunt the basics and get really, really good at them. The next thing, and this is from Jeff Hill, it's one of my favorite things that he says, okay? Water what you want to grow. How powerful is that? So simple. Water what you want to grow. And that has to deal with your recognition. In my former life, I was a teacher. I taught 4th grade science, and I loved it. It was my dream job before I became a mother. And I remember having children in my classroom, and I see lots of moms. I went to NLC with my baby, so I totally know what you're doing, guys. I remember being there in my classroom, and you always have certain students in your room where you have to find something really good about them, because there's not much that you really like. And I hate to say that, but if you're a teacher, you get where I'm coming from. But you have to find something really good during the day to make them feel worthwhile, to make them feel valued in their classroom. You have to water what you want them to grow. So if I had a student that had really bad behavior issues, the moment I saw them sitting in their classroom seat, I said, I really like the way that I see you sitting in your seat right now. Automatically, the behavior duplicated. Other kids sat up a little straighter in their seat, okay? Every person loves to be recognized. And if you want a behavior to be more present in your team, in your family, in your challengers, water it, recognize it, and it will duplicate and it will grow, all right? I want you guys to think about your self-discipline for a second. You have to be self-disciplined in this business. It's so easy as a coach to rely on your upline, on your team, on the resources. And I love whoever said it, how it's a paint by numbers. That was in one of the success? Sure, sir. Jen, it was a paint by numbers business. It's so true. We have everything at our fingertips, and sometimes it's almost too many resources, right? And you don't even know where to start. But if you invest in self-discipline, in your product of the product, showing up daily for your workout, really dialing in your nutrition, getting amazing results with these programs that we know that they work, right? It's going to trickle down and have a ripple effect in your entire life. All of a sudden, you're going to pick up your personal development book a little bit more. All of a sudden, you're going to be a little bit more patient with your children. You're going to be more present with your husband when he gets home from work and not just pile the kids up on him so that you can have some peace and quiet. Everything is going to benefit from your own self-discipline. So keep it basic and never leave phase 1. The third one. You have a choice, guys. You have to decide here and now to be great. Right now is when you decide if you want to be from mediocre to move to greatness. Every single picture up behind me, okay? And I did a simple Google search, and it was people of greatness. And these people came up. We recognize their greatness for their accomplishments, right? So easy to do that. Gold medalists, championship winners, first female flyer. It's easy to recognize those accomplishments. But guys, that's not the moment that they became great. The moment that you become great is the moment that you decide to put in the work that others don't want to. All right? The moment that you decide to kick your excuses to the curb, the moment that you decide that you're worth this, that it's worth staying up an extra hour to get your power hour in after the kids are in bed because they got up at 5 o'clock and you didn't get any time to yourself that day. That's what self-discipline is. And that's whenever greatness happens. When you get the award, when you finally catch that dangling carrot, Success Club All-Star, Elite, a rank advancement, you hear your name on the national wake-up call, guys, that's just the evidence of your greatness. That's it. You've been great all along. It's just now everybody else recognizes it too. All right? So, I want you guys to remember, it takes discipline to be great. You're not going to be great overnight. And you may not be recognized for your greatness for quite some time. That's where your vision comes in. You have to cast your vision. You have to put in the daily grind every single day, even on the days you don't want to make sure that your greatness is achieved. And my greatness looks different from your greatness, and your greatness, and your greatness, because we're all different. And our versions of success are all different from one another's. But it's up to you to cast your own vision and chase after it. All right? The last quarter makes the champions. It separates the quitters from the non-quitters. So you have to ask yourself, am I going to quit? Am I going to start Core de Force in January? Or am I going to start it on October 31st as soon as it comes through my bot account? When are you going to do it? You decide right now whether you're going to be great or mediocre. So here are my call to actions for you guys. They're pretty straightforward. Again, you've heard all this stuff before, right? But it speaks to you because you're in a different part in your business. But here are your call to actions. Number 1, shape your own stone. And you do that every day through the daily grind. Every single day. Be consistent and, oh my goodness, be patient. Gosh, be patient. All right? Be patient like you're talking to a 3-year-old and you've answered the same question all day long. All right? Be patient. Next one, become a master of the mundane. Guys, what sets you apart from the top coach in the industry, from somebody who has the goals that you are chasing right now, guys, they're a master of the mundane. They don't have any secrets. Stop chasing them. Buckle down and do the daily grind. Never leave phase 1. Next one, decide to be great today. Greatness is a decision, all right? You have to give the evidence to be proven to be great. And your evidence starts right now. It's showing up every day. It's sharing it like crazy. It's talking to more people. Put in the work to be a champion, right? I hope that you guys were able to take at least one thing from this. And I want you to go home and I want you to implement. All right, because what I said, if you had, oh my gosh, that was awesome, I'm so glad she said that. Oh, light bulb moment. It means nothing if you leave this room and you don't put it into action. So I hope that you had some action moments today. Something that you can take and really go and implement and improve. And gosh, end your quarter strong because you're able to do it. You just have to make the decision to do it. Have a great day, guys. Thank you.